Hey everybody, clearing. All right, this is a divine feminine check-in. I haven't done a pre-shuffle. I was just guided to jump right in. So let's begin intuitively, fully. Just welcome into my space here so that we can just dive in real time. What can we see from the Beyond Lemuria deck? Thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information. What is it that the Divine Feminine Collective can see at this time? Internal Explorer. That's a 32 card. All right. It says flow state, accessing infinite information by going within, wisdom from the collective consciousness, theta waves, channeling, breaking free from limiting intellect, creative boldness, being guided by the divine spark, and you already hold the keys. Okay, so this is really getting outside of the personal ego and into collective consciousness, into your connection to the hive mind, the greater purpose, the healing, the contribution that can come through your life. So let's have another look at that same energy. You know, we are working as divine feminines in this collective. We're working on Jedi level change, love, kindness, compassion. The high priestess energy is coming to mind. Mercy, humility, compassion, and holding out for love, you know, setting the record straight as to the way that is honoring, that is life affirming. But let's have a look specifically as it pertains to your divine love connection. What do the DFs need to know right now about what's unfolding? Okay, we got the Three of Cups, and in this is like, I want to say feminine camaraderie. This is harmonious friendship with other feminine energies, so not competition. So right now I'm getting that there is a period of, I heard sisterhood, but this, take gender how it resonates, this feminine friendly energy between feminines, not competition, not lack, not pitted against each other, but really deepening, trustworthy, genuine connections where there's not an undermining jealousy or imbalance, true support, true friendship, encouragement. What else can we see? So why is this beneficial to the divine connections? This is a transformation. So many of the insecurities in love connections comes from lack of trust in the masculine and the feminine. I'm hearing praying for healing and transformation between all relationships in all regards. So there is a major healing across the board, and feminines, you can usher that progress in by being an example and by believing in it and seeking those connections that actually warrant genuine respect and appreciation, fostering those connections. So removing yourself from connections, or, you know, speaking up when things fall short of righteousness. So this is a little bit of a brave energy, you know, riding through the valley of the shadow of death and emerging as a leader, as someone who's got high standards. You know, we talk about the standards that we uphold in these love connections, but part of the fabric of that is energetic hygiene with all of your relationships. If there are relationships that fall short, it is, you know, setting those healthy standards in those as well, and helping guide people into more of an upstanding, righteous, trustworthy, process if you're going to continue engaging in those friendships. But this is also a feminine leadership to encourage others to shape up as far as their conduct, the way they look at things. If they're in your inner circle, you can have so much leadership to bring things into a righteousness. So it does feel as though all of the divine feminines are setting that standard as a container around these connections. Bringing in your own safety by not engaging in things or, putting up with things up close and personal that are not righteous and worthy. What can we get as an example for these DFs changing the world? Okay, so we get the card of reciprocity. So not only reciprocity in your divine love connection or your desired connection, but looking at all of your connections, all of your friendships, your relationships with everyone, and looking at, does it have an energetic balance? Is it mutual? Is it respectful? Is there mutual kindness? You don't have to turn a blind eye to those things. You don't have to be up in war about it, but you don't have to settle anywhere in your relationships. And if you're not actually compatible, you don't have to keep others around just to have others around. This is about impeccability and fairness and balance. And so if there are ways you can do better, do it. If there are things that are dishonoring that you're putting up with, you can let those things go, or you can communicate about those things. So this is about being in your truth, in your authenticity, and knowing that it's only you who has the ability to bring in that alignment for you. It's not going to magically happen. When you empower yourself through trusting what is good and right and true, and you become a beacon of that, a lighthouse, a way shower, it really does help bring in that accountability. When you're accountable with how you conduct yourself, you can also say, hey, let's bring this into more of a better feeling experience. And if people aren't ready, willing, and able, you don't have to force anything to be there that isn't. So this message, it's hard won. You've been going through this major transformation in your life, a spiritual awakening, rising up, ascending out of perpetuating those lower vibrational things. And this is saying that there are some energies around you, feminines, that are set for an up level that can come forward with you if you don't continue to accept the way things have been and you continue to strive for that growth in your relationships. Okay, so that is an empowering thing for all involved. Obviously, everyone has free will, and it's not about telling anybody what to do, but it is about showing others where they can meet you. When you know what is possible, it's about not cheapening connections, not dropping the ball and falling short. How does this process, I want to say, of maturation lend itself to these divine relationships? We get the Four of Wands, 11-11 union. It's in the inverse, so it's a preparation towards these unions. It's an investment in progress, right? So when you take care of the little things in your reality, it's like cleanliness is next to godliness. If you clean up the conduct, the unspoken agreements, if you're hearing somebody ramble on about something negative that is just fear-based or pointless or unconscious, you don't have to just nod and bear it. You can actually pray in that moment. You can tune into a higher guidance. We got that card of channeling. So this is about you being present in all things and investing in the progress. This is like proactive, setting the stage for your union. As a high priestess in mastery, as a feminine energy, you will be upholding that standard within sacred union, and it is a high honor, a high accountability to do so. What can we see for my divine feminines here as an energetic card? For this spine of fire, this is about your true self, passion, motivation, and purpose. So this is your alignment. This is you not settling for anything that, feels ick in your life. This is about not calling it out in a warring way, but bringing up the things that are set to elevate at this time. Ooh, I'm being called to get these. What else can we see as far as these divine feminines in their lives at this time? Pressure, transformation. So the death card is a transformation. So the pressure is on for you to be impeccable feminines. And this, is a personal experience. This kind of alignment doesn't happen once you get into a divine relationship. This is the embodiment that is a pre-qualification for the love of a lifetime. You can't be in weak energy, not spiritually strong, and have a love of a lifetime come in, because you will drop the ball. It won't be beneficial for you to be given that, because you'll just fumble it. So there has to be this consistency and discipline, righteousness when no one's looking. Okay, so you can view pressure as being negative, or you can see it as being a shaper, director, or positive influence. So it's an internal pressure to keep elevating. It's also, in a way, pressure for those around you to shape up or ship out. Find a happy medium where you can benefit and not be disadvantaged. Okay. Pressure is simply defined as how much something is pushing on something else, and is measured scientifically by the analysis of applied force by a liquid or gas. Atmospheric or barometric pressure is the pressure within the Earth's atmosphere. Blood pressure is how much pressure the force of the circulating blood is applying to the veins and arteries of the body. Pressure can be a shaping influence, especially when applied to the Earth's crusts and plates. We also find liquid pressure of water important, especially when going deep into the ocean when diving. The pressure of air exerts change on boiling points. Thus, at higher altitudes, the pressure is different. Modern people often refer to pressure in their jobs, bosses, or life in general that is posed on them. Many people perform best under pressure, viewing it as a focusing force, while studies show a small amount of pressure can assist performance in a wide variety of fields. Emergency physicians, the military, and pilots train under higher than average pressure situations. However, there can be a point when too much pressure harms cognitive performance, when the pressure becomes overwhelming and is impossible to focus clearly. Okay, the element is air. So this is also your thoughts. So a little bit of pressure, I'm hearing that old adage, if everyone jumped off a bridge, would you too? That one person that adds a little pressure saying, I don't think it's really wise to jump off the bridge, my dudes. That person is putting a little bit of pressure that is a healthy pressure, but the pressure to, all of the others to gang up on that one that says, I don't think it's a good idea, and makes them go first and then it's demise. That's really bad pressure. So, you can affect more change than and it's okay to put a little pressure out into your reality to stand up for yourself, to stand up for what is actually right. You don't have to cave. If there is something that is appropriate to speak on, to live by, to be an example of, This is go time, feminines. This is the masculine aspect of you that becomes trustworthy by your counterpart. Now, having said that, let's get into a little bit of a reading on what we need to see as divine feminines with our counterparts. Okay, so this is the strategy, you know, watch how your life cleans up, your interactions, your priorities, just the subtle things that you don't have to succumb to in your reality, that you can say, hey, wait a second, that doesn't feel life honoring to continue believing that that's all that's possible, that certain things are developmentally as far along as they're going to be. You can believe in progress. You can be a change maker. You can be the change you wish to see in the world. What's coming next in these connections? Yeah, watch. This is a card of anticipation. The Three of Wands precedes the Four of Wands and brings in the union. So just another confirmation, feminines, that as you seek, pardon me, progress, we got the Six of Swords, which is a card of progress and investing in the progress. And then the Seven is, you know, bringing those plans to fruition, Seven of Swords after the Six of Swords, without needing accolades or others' feedback. This is you doing what's right and not really boasting about it. And then watching to see how your life begins to be more streamlined and fulfilling, and how that naturally draws what is for you in. That is a very magnetic thing, because when you eliminate the lower vibrational, when you're cutting corners, when there's lower vibrational stuff, cheaper energy, dime a dozen kind of responses and carpet sweeping, that creates a whole bunch of debris that keeps what is authentically a match from coming in. So let go of fearing that things can't rise. Now, specifically with regard to my beautiful feminine's counterpart, what can we see? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's this new offer coming in. So just watch energetically when you have energetic hygiene like this. Only you can discern in your life, your circumstances, exactly how this can play out. But things that are really waiting, the abundance, the love that's waiting for you, can come in when you're not distracting yourself with settling. So watch for opportunities in the near future, feminines, where you're going to be able to vote with your consciousness whether something is aligned or not, and have more of an impact and influence to bring things in a better direction. And it is about living by example, but speaking up in those moments where you can say, hey, that doesn't feel quite life affirming enough. All right, many blessings, feminines. Bye for now.